Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another premium, or this is a non-premium medium question in the database/pandas category that I just solved on my own. So again, pretty glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it on my own. So as always, let me show you how I did it. This one is pretty straightforward. I think you just read the instructions and follow them and you should be able to solve it. So basically, you want to write a solution to find employees that have consistently improved their performance in their last 3 reviews. So the employee ID is linked here, and you want to find all the ratings for employee 1, and then see if there are at least 3. So 1 has at least 3, that's good. 2 has at least 3, that's good. And then the last 3 have to be in ascending order. And then you also want to calculate an improvement score. So it's the last minus the third to last. So 3 in this case, 5 minus 3, it's 2 in this case. And so if you look at the chart, it lines up very perfectly. So let's go ahead and get all the employee IDs and their ratings. So put them in a dictionary, use the key as the employee ID and the rating/review date as the value in the dictionary. So let's iterate over the performance reviews table. Views, and we can just employee ID. And then we can just use the employee ID as the key, and then we want to append the actual, so the rating, and then the review date, it seems. So performance, reviews, rating of I, and then performance, reviews, review dates of I. So we want to use them based on review date. So let's actually do this instead so we can sort it based on the review date. And rating of I. And then each time we insert anything, we just sort it. We don't really have to worry about time complexity here since this is not an algorithm question. Cool, so now we have everything we need. Let's just go ahead and loop the dictionary. So let's print K and DK to see if we're correct. Cool, so now 4 and 5, well, these aren't directly increasing. 4, 4, 4 is not strictly increasing, so it's not in. So these 3 are the answers because they're at least 3 and they're all increasing. 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. So if length of DK, just following this right here, is bigger than or equal to 3, and so DK of -3, -1 is less than DK of -2, -1 is less than DK -1, -1, then we have a valid 1. So in that case, let's print K and DK just to say these are the valid ones that are going to go in the result. DK -1, DK -3, -1. Oh, if DK, okay. Cool, so those are the answers, and then we have to calculate the improvement score. Let's call this IS. And that's just going to be this guy, right, minus this guy right here. Because it says right here, the difference between the latest rating and the earliest rating. So, okay. So latest rating is this minus earliest rating, other way around. Let's see. Oh, okay. So improvement score goes here, and then we actually want the name of the person. So let's go ahead and iterate through employees. Employee ID, and just let's call this imp. Map this to this to this. So imp of the ID is equal to employees name of I. So then since we have K, that's the employee ID, we can just use that as the key. So for imp of K, I score, that should give us what we need. Cool. Perfect. So we have exactly what we need now, and we can just populate our data frame with that now. So except we want to, there's more requirements. We want to sort it by the improvement score descending and then the name in ascending order. So answer.append k imp k. Let's do this first before we worry about that. So we want to sort it by the improvement score, which is just going to be 0, 1, 2, x2 descending, so that's negative, opposite way instead of ascending. And then by the name in ascending order, which is just imp of k. So alphabetically, it still sorts it. And let's print answer. Oh, cool. So this is exactly what we need now. Now we can just populate the data frame. Let's create that skeleton. So the columns, or let's just return the employees table. Columns as employee ID, name, and then improvement score. Improvement score. And then obviously these two columns are already populated. We need to populate the improvement score with data. So employees improvement score is equal to, let's just populate it with employees employee ID. Let's just go ahead and run this to make sure we don't have any null values. Okay, cool. And then we only have this many valid results, so we do return the top of whatever the size of the result is. And then last but not least, we have to populate it with data. So we're just going left to right, top to bottom in our data frame, as always. So counts for A and answer. So just filling the cells like this by unpacking. Okay, so answer or employees, employee ID of counts is equal to A0, A0, A1, A2. Just unpack it. Name of counts is A1. Employees improvement score of counts is A2. And then obviously do this because we want to fill the next row. Okay, let's run this. Okay, submit it. Okay, this is not correct. In descending order. So improvement score in descending order, then by the name in ascending order. The improvement score is x2. Name in ascending order. Is it reverse equals true? No, hold on. So we got it correct. We just... Did you want to sort by the improvement score in descending order? Yep. But why would it be descending order if it's like that? Descending order by imp's I score, and then by the name. Yes, this is the name in ascending order. What if we just sort it like this? Let's see what we get. And then the name is just imp of k. Oh, x1, sorry. Because we're literally inside of this list. That's what the lambda function's for. Okay. Okay, cool. Submit it. And there you go. Passes all test cases. Again, really glad that I was able to solve this question on my own without any assistance and come up with my own solution pretty easily. And it's also pretty efficient in terms of runtime and memory. So that's usually not the case, but this time it was. So yep, pretty happy about this. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.